So I'm here, I'm at the spot, we're at that Bando office park. Schizo and Steel are on their way, supposedly. I don't know if they're gonna actually get here. I think Tidwell might join us after he works. You know what, I just wanna give you guys an update. I mentioned that I had a big project that I was working on in my last video, and I'm still working on that. It's gonna be coming with the forged carbon and stuff, but I wanted to focus on getting back at what I was good at, what kind of like helped me explode on this channel, which was making a lot of FPV content really fast. When I was going daily, it would take me like 2 hours to edit a video, and I've gotten into this habit of like shooting way more stuff and do it like basically doing a lot more production during the day, which means a lot more editing at night. And so I'm trying to trim down that whole process and kind of streamline it so that I can get these videos and pump them out quickly. So while I'm not going to be going daily, I'm gonna impose a new rule set on myself, because I have all this old footage that's just like hanging over me like a dark cloud. It sucks. I say like a dark cloud. It's awesome footage, but I've been flying for like the last year without making a ton of videos because I've just been so busy, and I've got all of this footage that's just sitting around. Like maybe one day I will get to it as like just a flight edit compilation sort of thing, but I don't want that to like hang around my neck. I want to focus on like what's here, what's now, what I'm doing right here. And so my last video was a huge success on that front. Like I went out, I flew, I edited it within a couple of days, and it only took me a couple of hours, and I got it out. So I want to impose this new rule on myself, where I say that if I go and fly, which I'm doing today, that I have to produce something with that content within 24 hours of the end of the flying session, right? So when I leave here today, I've got 24 hours to edit this as a vlog or edit it as like the flight footage, as a little Instagram clip, something. It doesn't have to be a full-on thing every day. Hell, it could just be a couple of pictures that I take with the camera, but I want to give myself 24 hours and I got to put something out there. All right. Enough like blah. What I want to do today, I want to try to break out of some of the repetitive nature that we all find ourselves in this groove of doing the things that are in our comfort zone and we know we can do. And so I want to push myself a little bit today to try some things that maybe aren't so comfortable. I've messed around a little bit in the simulator with some backwards dives and stuff, and I was watching. Oh man, you know what? I want to shout this guy out because I don't want to say that I was inspired by something and not give the guy credit where credit is due. All right, so long story short, AirViews reposted this clip from a guy, Imram FPV, flying around a lot of wood, snow covered, and doing a lot of cool stuff, but he was doing a lot of these backward slides and stuff. And that is something that guys that fly low camera angle do a good amount of and make good use of it, because what happens is when you come out of something backwards, if you don't tilt forward and you just kind of hover, it will slide backwards and you can do lots of cool effects. So I was thinking about ways to incorporate that type of move here. And while it's something I did a little bit of that when I learned how to do that. Let's put it that way. I learned how to do that at one point, and then I moved on. I was like, it's not for me. But you know, I kind of want to try to roll that back into my current flying style. So I've been looking here at ways that I could implement that. And so I'm just gonna go and kind of fly this spot. You know what? Screw it. Quit talking about what we're gonna try to do and let's just go do it. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and practice these backward slides. It's been a while since I did it, so I'm just gonna kind of get used to what the world looks like when I'm level, because when I come out of it with that momentum going backwards, I want to try to keep the quad as level as possible. Now I run a higher camera angle than a lot of guys. You can see that right here, and because of that, it makes it a little bit harder to know exactly when I'm level. And it also makes it a little bit harder to see the ground and judge my height when I am level. Because when I am level, I can just barely see the horizon, which makes it really hard to see just how high off of the ground you are. So I'm gonna focus a lot on these backward slides, popping out and over things. I wanna do a lot of this, like sliding backwards, pop up, and go over the trees backwards and stuff like that. But the first thing that I wanna do is just establish what level looks like, and practice doing a little bit of backward sliding, and then we'll work it into some freestyle runs later on. So let's get going on that. I didn't change my props. It's not like the best running rig. I'm not trying to get like gnarliest of gnarlies. So the first thing to do is I'm not gonna try this super low right off the bat. So we're gonna go, whoa, okay, so half flip roll. See, I already screwed it up because I forgot that I got a roll out of that, not just a stalled forward flip. All right, so let's try it again. I'm setting up in the parking lot on the longest angle here. Okay, see, I stopped it because I'm so used to looking at that image when I'm going forward that I'm not setting it up to slide backwards. I'm setting it up to go back into forward flight. All right, I'm setting on the ground now, I'm looking at the horizon, remembering that that's what level looks like. All right, let's see if I can get a little bit of a backward slide this time. So we're going. All right, so not great, but it's like, that was what I was looking for. But I need it to happen faster. All right, I'm gonna come down here to our level and just get some momentum going and then do a little bit of that over top of those bushes and try to slide across that lot backwards. And so that's really what I'm looking to incorporate into my line later. So there's lots of different ways that you can enter these. All right, sloppy, but you know, better. All right, let's try this one more time. 30 seconds. So I'm just kind of swimming backwards. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so we're gonna combo those two things. I like how that flow goes. I can see me incorporating this really well. All right. Oh, that was not pretty. That's why we practice these things, because you want to have it just on lock, so that when you're in the middle of a nice run, you know you can like throw it out there. Oh God, sign. All right. My timer's about done. I think that it's probably right too. Let's try one more of these this way. I'm liking how that's going. So the trick's the same, but my goals have changed for how I want to incorporate this into my flying for today. I want to do it in a nice proximity space, because doing it out in the open is one thing, but it's really about being able to do these maneuvers in any situation that you're in. And so I'm going to focus on doing it with altitude limitations. So we're going to do it underneath the garage, and then we'll try to incorporate that into a run. All right, let's go do that. All right, first try, I got a little bit of a clip on the ground. Okay, that finally got the first half. I was kind of, what I was doing initially was being too timid about throwing it, getting it high in there. I was afraid of hitting the ceiling, and it ended up putting me in the ground every time. There's my GoPro mount lens cover thing. I got scraped off. All right, come on, just slide it. 30 seconds. All right, I at least got it to slide backwards out of the garage. I didn't do enough forward flip that time, which meant that by the time I rolled over, I was stopping my forward momentum. Not too bad. All right, that was actually a decent attempt. Let's see if I can get the second half of the maneuver this time. All fully underneath the garage. So I'll start earlier. Whoa, that's the ceiling. And that's a curb. That one didn't end well at all. I don't know, did I bite off more than I could chew? I don't know, but at the end of the day, I got a feel for doing them out in the open. I kind of have a feel for getting to the backward slide in a proximity situation. I may not be at 100% pulling it off. The little pop out at the end is only something that I like when I'm popping over stuff, and I'm kind of tired of just trying and crashing a bunch of times. So at this point, I'm gonna just go fly and have a good time and rip some packs and try to incorporate those little flicks to slides into this run. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Yeah, let's try that. What do you think, guys? Huh? All right, guys, that is going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I feel like, I wasn't sure. There was a point. Like the first battery, I'm like, I got this. The second battery, I was starting to panic that I wasn't going to be able to pull it off well, but I feel like I got at least one good mix in there with the line and kind of got a feel for doing those again. I just wanted to like mix it up and try something new. I feel like I really did get the feel for how to work those into my flying, and maybe you guys learned something too. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, let's talk about this. It is now, right now, it is basically 6:30 p.m. and I'm gonna give myself 24 hours to cut this together and get it to you guys. So keep an eye out for that. My new rule of thumb is when I go fly, I have 24 hours from the time we call it a day and roll out until I have to get it uploaded. So whether it's a vlog or an Instagram clip or maybe just some photos that I post up to social media, but either way, something from the day, I want to produce some piece of content. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So maybe hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of that. Hit that like, and we'll catch you next time. Yeah. Did he say anything to y'all?
No, he just walked by. I think he was looking for you, actually. He was like, he was walking this way, and you were like somewhere up there, and then he saw you coming down, and he was like, and he walked up the top.
Yeah, he was like, are you with the film crew? And I didn't understand what he was saying. I had to ask him a couple of times, and then I finally got it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm filming. And he's like, are you coming inside? And I'm like, no, we're just filming out here. He was like, okay.
That's
So that's all it takes.